It is the latest episode of the Obi One Podcast, made possible by Bet Winner. Our trip to London has borne fruit because the guests just keep on coming, John. Another week. And, well, Jose Mourinho is never going to be on the Christmas card list of any Arsenal fans, given what he said on the show. The blue half of London love us. Of course they do. They love you, being a Chelsea legend.
Yep.
We're actually going to be joined anytime now by a legend of the red side of London. Growing up, Arsenal. Talk to me about. You're going to throw it. I'm going to throw you
there's always
under the
been
bus.
about it, isn't it? A story about me, obviously, growing up. Arsenal was my team. I mean, there's no denying it. I was a huge fan of Arsenal, the way they played, obviously, because they had Kanu, obviously, playing for Arsenal. And Kanu was someone that I definitely idolized growing up. For me, it was an inspiration for me growing up. So for me, I supported Arsenal. Arsenal was my team. One of my first shots I had growing up was Arsenal shirt. So, so I'm really pleased today that we're going to have someone who is from the rivalry side of London, having him today on the pod.
Yeah, Robert Pires is going to be with us.
Yeah.
And tell you what a player.
What a player.
Joined Arsenal 2000 from Marseille, a snip. It was about £6 million, if memory serves.
That's
6-7 million,
still
which
in today's money.
ridiculous.
In today's football business. Yeah.
Ridiculous.
I mean, to get someone like Pires for £6 million.
I mean, he struggled. I vividly remember Robert took 6 months.
A little bit. Yeah.
And we'll be interested to get his thoughts. 6 to 12 months to really settle. But my goodness, John, what a player.
What a player.
And the interesting thing with Robert Pires, wide player, not blessed with pace.
Yep.
He was a, you know what he was, or all I like to call, he was a manipulator of a football. He could just, he would just
caress it. Yeah. What a player he was. Fantastic player. I know of course, he was part of the Invincibles, which I don't know when that is going to ever be broken.
Will it ever be?
In the Premier League?
I just don't
Not
think
in the Premier League, I don't know. I think that's one record Pep Guardiola really, really would love to break.
The unbeaten. Right, as a player, because I have this debate all the blooming time, I'm going to stick on the Arsenal theme. Honest answer here.
Yeah.
Honest answer. What's more impressive to a footballer? Arsenal going invincible in the Premier League. So 38 matches, I think it was 26 wins and 12 draws. 38. 26 wins, 12 draws. They win the league. They're unbeaten. Or Manchester United in 1999, Manchester City in 2023, winning the treble. They lost matches within that, but they won 3 trophies. Arsenal won 1 trophy, but they did it blemish-free. As a footballer, John, what's the more impressive feat? And be honest.
That is a tough one to answer. That is, oof. If you just put me in the spot there, that is a tough one to answer. Obviously, winning the treble is amazing, but going unbeaten in the Premier League, I can't see that happening.
So you're saying unbeaten?
I don't know, but I can't see that. It's impossible to see that happening in the Premier League. I know, of course, Bayern Leverkusen have done it now in the German league, but we're talking about the Premier League here.
Yeah.
The most demanding, the most difficult, the most physical league in the world. The best players are here. It's hard to see that. I just can't. It has to be between both. I think going unbeaten the whole season in the Premier League and winning the treble, if you have to put a gun in my head to choose one,
gun to the head. You're weighing up who you're going to annoy more.
No, mate. No. I'm actually
fans.
no.
I know.
No.
I jest.
Yeah, record is record, and there's a reason why that record is still stand. No one has been able to break it.
That's what I hear a lot now. So you're saying Arsenal unbeaten, aren't you?
I think so.
Wow.
I think so.
Yeah, that's killed me a little bit.
I think so. But in the Premier League, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to see that happen, Chris. It's hard. as good as Man City has been for the past 4 seasons, they've won the Premier League for straight 4 seasons.
Yeah.
It's impossible for them to go unbeaten. It's impossible. Number one, the amount of games now they play. Okay, fair enough.
All the comps, League Cup, FA Cup,
Everything,
Champions
League
League.
Cups, everything. It's hard.
And the quality.
And the
Would
quality
you say
as
the
well.
stand? Because again, I don't want to be harsh on certainly Arsenal and their invincible season, and harsh on you, John, because you played in that sweet spot as well. Do you think the standard is higher?
I definitely think so, yeah. I think so. I think there's so much now that's come into football, so much technology, the database, players have to be much fitter. Players are much younger, dynamic, pace, power. The game has just grown and grown and grown. Obviously, the financial side of it, we don't need to talk about is, it's gone off the roof. But in terms of the sheer quality of the players, there's so many good players. And only in the Premier League where anybody can beat anybody. Yeah. It's like the Championship as well. Anyone can beat anyone.
Yeah.
Man City are the best team in the league today, but if they are not on their game and they go to Fulham or they go to Wolves, they will lose on the weekend.
Yeah, you're right.
It's only in the Premier League you see that. And that's why I give them so much credit to be able to do it 4 seasons in a row. That's never been done. That's another record.
And that's
now,
why,
if you ask me, instead of winning the Premier League 4 years in a row than the Invincible, then I might have to go for the Premier League then 4 times in a row.
Take that 4-year, take that 4-year kind of litmus test, if you will. Interesting. José comes into the Premier League in 2004. He's won the Champions League with Porto. He comes in. Obviously, you joined the club, John, 2005 into 6.
Yeah.
Who was the biggest rival? You had Arsene Wenger at Arsenal. You had Sir Alex Ferguson at Manchester United. Being incredibly honest, again, as you always are, who's the club that José would say we're going to beat them? Did Arsenal ever give you guys problems? Did Arsene Wenger give you problems?
I think Arsenal, he kind of hated.
He did.
There was a rivalry for Man United, but Arsenal, he hated.
He despised.
There's something there.
And him and Arsene.
Oh, you could tell. I mean, the fight that both had on the touchline and Stamford Bridge, there was just something. And obviously, the specialist in failure, he called Arsene.
Yeah, the voyeur.
Yeah, all of that. That was just classic José. He knew how to get under. I think if you ask Arsene, he'll probably say José was the one manager he couldn't find a way to José got under his skin. He knew he could get under Arsene's skin. Tried with Fergie. Fergie was tough, strong,
But Arsenal won against Fergie's United.
Exactly.
Arsenal didn't.
Exactly.
Beat Chelsea.
No, because José knew he could play the mind game with Arsene, and he knew he could get into Arsene's skin. But with Fergie, he tried that, but that couldn't work. But with Arsene, he knows if I push him, I know how to get on his skin. But Arsene kind of let that happen. So he hated Arsenal. And every time he was at Arsenal, it was a total different ballgame. He never wanted to lose against Arsenal.
Could you tell from José, the week leading up to an Arsenal game, was he different around?
Different. The attitude, his face, his demeanor, everything just changes. He's more serious, pay attention to details. Everybody needs to be on the game.
He knew the importance of a derby.
He knew the importance of that derby, especially against Arsenal. He hated losing against Arsenal. Just can't happen. Obviously, the rival with Fergie. Fergie, was the boss in the Premier League, before.
And José was respectful.
Exactly, respectful, and didn't want to push too hard with Fergie. But with Arsene, there was no limit. He knew he could go and go and go and go. And of course, Arsene bought into it, and that just didn't help Arsene as well.
Well, Robert Pires had long since left. He left, 2006 after.
Yeah.
I say long since left. He had the season, in fact, 2 seasons with Jose Mourinho there. Jose Mourinho coming in at 04. Chelsea would win at 05. Chelsea would win at 06. Arsenal would get to the Champions League final in 06. So I'm fascinated to get Robert's thoughts on playing for Arsenal, playing for Arsene, coming up against Chelsea and he joins us on the podcast now.
BetWinner is your reliable partner in the world of sports betting.
The Obi One Podcast, Season 2. And John, you're spending the big bucks in Season 2. You've got us here in London.
I know, I've got us here. You know, we have to keep improving. Obviously, you know, it's no better place than London. Obviously, Season 1 was in Dubai, but now Season 2 here in London.
We're on the move,
Yeah,
and we've got a man who used to call London home. Arsenal legend. He's an Invincible, a World Cup winner. Is Robert Pires. Robert, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you very much, and good morning, everyone.
Indeed, it's great to have you here.
Thank you very much.
Arsenal versus Chelsea,
Yes.
blue corner versus red corner.
But today is not fighting, yeah. Okay. It's more relaxed, not like on the
No
field.
rivalry
No,
there.
right?
We're friends.
It's finished with Mika. It's finished. This
Yeah.
fight
Friends.
finish.
The fight is done, but great respect for Chelsea football. Let's be honest, Robert. Manchester United were your rivals when you were playing,
Yeah.
but Chelsea. And then this man and Roman Abramovich arrived. Chelsea became a superpower as well.
Yeah, I remember when I came from Marseille and I joined Arsenal. It was in 2000, and the big rivalry was between Arsenal and Man United, especially between Wenger and Ferguson. Because all of them, the target was to leave the trophy at the end of the season.
In the Premier League, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I think he was not against Man United, because when you play in London, you have so many derbies.
Yeah.
Of course, when we talk about Arsenal, it's always Spurs. But I remember all of the games against Chelsea. It was good and great games, good spirit, good commitment. And of course, good fighting.
Yeah. I mean, I remember that. I mean, obviously, I think back then it was Arsenal and United, but the rivalry was just crazy. I remember which game was it when Ruud Van Nistelrooy missed the penalty, and everyone went on top of him.
Especially Martin Keown.
Yeah.
Martin Keown.
It was like a
really
diver.
Crazy,
You
yeah.
remember the picture?
Yeah.
It was
He went
strange.
to- yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
To
like
jump
it was
on him,
good-
and the face, it was like a diver, because it was I don't know, the sensation. It was great for us, because you said Van Nistelrooy missed the penalty.
Yeah.
And so that's why we finished the season
Unbeaten.
Yeah.
It was 21st of September 2003. You'd won your first 4 games. You'd drawn the game 5. That was the 6th game at Old Trafford. What was it like in the aftermath of it, Robert? Because Martin Keown has lost it.
Yes.
Why?
I think yes.
He lost it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was
he did.
crazy.
Yeah.
Something went off. Yeah.
I think, but I don't know. I don't know why, because it just, because I repeat, but Van Nistelrooy, he just missed the penalty.
Yeah.
But it was strange, very strange. Martin Keown. Yeah.
A year
I
later.
did. I actually did watch that game, because I remember I went to Manchester United for trials. I was about 16 years old or something like that. So I went for trials, and they invited us to watch the game. And I was in the stadium there watching. Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
And the battle, if you look all throughout the pitch, there was battles. This person versus this person in the midfield. Vieira versus Roy Keane.
Roy Keane, yeah.
Oh, the battle was crazy. That was the game. It reminded me of the rivalry of Chelsea Tottenham. The game we played that I thought we went over the line.
Battle of the Bridge.
Yeah, exactly. It was just like that.
But it was the same. Vieira against Frank Lampard. It was the same.
Exactly.
No, it was.
Yeah.
It was. But I think, to be honest, I don't know for you, Michael, but I miss this football.
I do.
I don't want. You do.
I do. Oh.
I don't want to compare. It's not the point. But this football, it was very good. Yeah.
It was hard.
Yeah, but this is football. This is Premier League now.
It's too soft.
It's too soft.
Yeah.
You know why? It's so because of the video.
The VAR.
Because the VAR, I think for me, the VAR, they killed the football. Or
Players
they killed
cannot
this
tackle
football.
anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, because
you know
now-
the VAR will check it. Yeah.
Yeah, now everybody, all the players, they want to check the VAR, because you touch me, I touch you. Now it's only this one.
Yeah.
Football is now is like this one. So that's why I think it's different. I don't want to compare, but this football on last time it was the perfect football.
Do you admire a Manchester City and what Pep has done? Or do you feel the great Arsenal side, the Invincibles, the great Fergie side, the Jose Mourinho Chelsea side, are they for you still the standout Premier League teams? Or is this City team, Robert, the best that we've seen?
I don't know. It's difficult to say something, because Chelsea on this time, or Man United on this time, or Arsenal on this time, 15 years ago, maybe was the best. But now I think, I'm agree with you because unfortunately Man City won the title four times in a row. So especially the last one, they beat very tough, but they beat Arsenal during the last game. So to be honest, City, they have a good and great team, good players. Especially, I love Kevin De Bruyne. For me, he's one of the best players in Europe. And Pep Guardiola is doing well since a long time, but he's not now. It's a long time ago when he was with Barcelona, with Bayern München.
Yeah.
So I think the mix between players and Pep Guardiola, is the best.
Do you think it's obviously Arsenal have come twice close last season? This season they came very close.
Yeah.
Do you think what is it that you think will get them over the line? When I look at it, though, for me, I think it's just up there. The mental side of it, because this City side, they know how to win, and when it comes to that 10, 15 games towards the end of the season, they switch on. They don't lose games. Yes. But that's where it comes to the Arsenal team. It's like mentality. When it comes towards the end of the season, they start to panic and they start to lose games. Do you think that's what it is? It's just mental side of it?
Yeah, maybe. I think. I agree with you about the mentality. But, can you imagine? You play for Arsenal. You are manager for Arsenal. You finish the season with 89 points.
89 points.
And you are not champions.
Crazy.
So it's crazy. It's because Man City, they play good, or they have they finish with 15 games in a row in beating. But I think the mistake for me, for Arsenal, it's when we lost the game at home against Aston Villa.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
For me,
this
is when we lost the
championship.
The championship, because just before this, the team was
playing well.
It was perfect. They play well. They drew against Man City. They don't play very good, but mentally on this game it was perfect.
Yeah.
They play together. They play very strong, very compact. Very compact. And for Man City, it was very difficult to find a good solution, or to try to make a goal. So the difference between City and Arsenal is this season it was very, very close. But
you talk about the mental
it's
side.
like this. Football is like this. Mikel.
Yeah.
It's so small details. Yeah.
John mentions the mental side. I think he's right.
Yes, of course.
I look at Arsenal as well, though, Robert, and I think a number 9, as good as Kai Havertz has been towards the end of the campaign, and Kai elevated his game, I still look, and I'm going to mention John's good buddy Victor Osimhen, someone like that, a focal point, a Benjamin Sesko who's been linked now, Alexander Isak's had a wonderful campaign at Newcastle. Yeah. That's the kind of player I think to myself, that could make Arsenal champions.
I don't know, and I don't know, and we don't know, because when you see the striker for Arsenal, normally is Gabriel Jesus. But unfortunately for him and for Arsenal, he was a lot injured. So Mikel Arteta, I think he find a good solution at the end. So he put Kai Havertz like a
false
fake,
9,
or like a fake number 9.
Yeah.
And look, he scored a lot of goals in the end of the season. So the balance, it was just for Mikel Arteta. But now it's very difficult to find a great number 9, like 9 of.
Didier Drogba.
Yeah, but
Victor Osimhen.
Yeah, but Drogba is
Drogba.
finished. Yeah. No. But Drogba or Samuel Eto'o or Thierry Henry, now it's very difficult in the market. If you want to find the guy like this, it's very difficult.
100 million, 150 million.
I think it's not. You know what, Michael? It's not about money, but the quality of the players. Now, money for someone, for City, for Arsenal, for Man United or Chelsea,
it's nothing.
It's nothing. It's nothing.
Yeah.
But I said the quality of players, or quality of number 9, they can put a lot of goals. it's very difficult to find it.
Yeah, to find. Yeah,
to find. For me, it's very difficult.
It reminds me of one of your old teammates. I mean, somebody you played with. For me, I think he's the greatest. No disrespect to anybody.
Yeah, exactly. You play with
ever
Didier.
Played in the Premier League.
Do you?
But you play with Didier. I played with Henry.
Yeah.
It's I don't want to say easy, but it's great for me or for you because we played midfield.
Yeah.
And when you are the guy in front like this in front of you,
he will get you goals. Yeah.
Football is the best.
But for you, Robert, you had Ashley Cole behind you, and you had Thierry drifting to that left-hand side. That's remarkable. That three is as good as the Premier League's ever had.
I don't know, but thank you. But but for me, it was perfect because you say, I play in midfield, but behind me, it was Ashley Cole. On my right, Patrick Vieira. In front of me, Thierry Henry and Dennis Bergkamp.
Oh, my God.
It's not bad about the quality, no? For me,
the
football,
quality,
For me, now, football is quality. Quality is the technique with the ball. You need to have a good ability with the ball and to manage the ball. You know what I mean? Now, some players, it's a little bit soft.
Yeah.
I don't want to be mad about this, but now football is like this.
It's too soft. Yeah. I mean, we talk about Thierry Henry. I know, for me, I'll say, I think he's the greatest player to ever play in the Premier League.
Yes.
He was that good.
I agree with you.
Oh, he was that good. But also another player that I'll mention that I don't think he doesn't get as much credit, but he does. How good was Dennis Bergkamp?
Oh, Dennis Bergkamp. There's two. There's the assist for Ljungberg against Juventus in the Champions League, the little scoop. Nice. And then there's the goal against Newcastle. A lot of people say, did he mean it? I think, yes, he did mean it. The little pirouette around Nikos Dabi's ass and into the bottom corner. Incredible.
I don't know.
Do you think he meant it? That one? That he turned around against Newcastle?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
He meant it?
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
No, Mikel is a...
He's a genius.
He's a genius.
Oh.
Genius. For me, it was like a maestro. For me, I repeat again, when I talk about technique, this guy, he was one of the best I used to play. Yeah, and for me, midfielder, it was a privilege to play with him. Thierry Henry is the other category, other planet, because, he was very, very good. But different, not like Dennis Bergkamp. Dennis Bergkamp with the ball to create something, to score the great goals like against Newcastle.
Yeah.
He's the best. He's the best. And for me, I repeat, but can you imagine every morning I watch this guy?
you must be like this every time you train.
Thank you, Dennis. And I learn a lot with him. A lot. Just one thing for the control. The control.
The first touch.
Ooh. Thank you. First touch. The best.
Immaculate.
The best.
What was Arsene like, Robert? We've talked a lot on this podcast about Jose Mourinho. Obviously, we have. We've had Jose on the pod. But what was Arsene like?
What do you mean?
As a man, as a coach.
I think coach, you know him. For me, he was one of the best manager in the Premier League. But the person, he was very good. Yeah, very human. He loved to talk with the players about the communication. And especially with the guy, they stay on the bench, because it's very difficult to manage this guy.
Yeah.
And for this, he was good. For the mix, person and manager, he was very, very good.
Tactically, was he very good?
Yes. We learn a lot, but at the end, we played on the same tactic, 4-4-2.
All the time.
Yeah. All the time.
Yeah.
I used to play 6 seasons with him, 4-4-2, every game. He said, 4-4-2. Sometimes he changed Pires for Reyes, Wiltord for Ljungberg, but the team,
the structure still
the structure, it was the same. And everybody knows, okay. And he said, okay, all of you, defender, midfielder, striker, you have a mission. So you need to respect this mission. And after you play football, and for me, it was easy because he said, yeah, you are free. You're like freedom on the field. I said, okay, are you sure? I said, okay, thank you. So
you never got that, John.
No, I never got that. I mean, watching, yeah.
And for me, it was easy, I repeat, because on my back, Ashley Cole, on my right, Patrick Vieira. So I said, yeah, you need to just attack. Okay, attacking with Bergkamp and Henry.
Yeah, I mean, it was so nice. I mean, I grew up watching you guys. I was just about coming into the Premier League. I mean, the Invincibles. How did you guys manage to do that? I mean, we've seen now Bayern Leverkusen do it, in Germany. How mentally tough is that to know, okay, you will go unbeaten the whole season? It's crazy.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy. Look, even Liverpool, even Man City, they don't break the record.
No.
And they have a lot of money. They can buy great players. And I know Pep Guardiola, he wants
to break that.
He wants
to do that, yes. He does.
He wants
to have all the records.
Because he knows it's very difficult. First thing, it's very difficult to win this title.
To win it, yeah. Yeah.
But if you won the title unbeaten, it's the best.
Never been done.
No. And I think they will break. I don't know who, but I know Pep Guardiola, he wants to break.
He wants to, yeah.
Yeah, no, of course. So Invincible season, he was. I don't know. I don't have a word. I think he was perfect. But I'm agree with you when you talk about mentality.
Yeah.
But when you play with Patrick Vieira and he's your captain.
Oh.
End of the story.
Oh.
Vieira.
I love Patrick. Oh,
you know him.
Oh.
Patrick on the field, about spirit, the best.
The best that you played with.
Yeah, the best.
How was he like? Was it I mean, we saw what he did on the pitch, but in the dressing room, was he somebody? Because I also play with someone like John Terry.
Yeah.
Who, when the game is going tough, if we lose in the dressing room, before the manager says something, he's come to you already in the second half. You fucking wake up. He comes to you, it's like, wake up. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Was Patrick like that?
He's
sometimes he can grab you on the neck, John Terry,
but like, it was the same, Vieira. He's shouting me a lot. Yeah, Robert, wake up, you are bad today. You miss a lot of ball. Yeah, okay. So you need to change your mind.
Yeah.
But you need a player like this. And I think he was his mission. He was a great player, but a captain. When he saw something, they don't like it, he need to say something. And I think John Terry was the same.
Yeah.
And Patrick Vieira, he was like this. And Roy Keane, I think he was like this.
Exactly.
Not afraid to call it out.
You need it.
You don't have those kind of players now.
Yeah.
You don't have them. The likes of Roy Keane, Vieira, JT.
No.
You don't have those kind of captains anymore.
No, if you say the names of
Steven Gerrard.
Stevie Gerrard, yeah. I think it was the same. Yeah. But you need leaders like this on the field, but especially on the dressing room. And now, I think it's different. It's different, yeah.
Can I ask, Robert, and I know we're running out of time, you're going to hate me for this question. You're going to hate me.
I think he knows
why.
2006 Champions League final. I know it's something you've talked about. That final, I thought it was primed for Arsenal to go and win it. We know what happened. Jens Lehmann, red card. Your number goes up. Arsene's decided to take you off. Some 18 years later, have you got over it? The pain and the disappointment?
Yes.
You're talking to Arsene now?
Yes, I talked with Arsene Wenger about this. But this is football. And he told me for him he managed 22 years Arsenal, and for him it was the bad and very difficult decision to take. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Final Champions League, but you need to take off one player. You need one.
Yeah.
Because the ref Lehmann sent off.
Yeah.
So he changed the number 7. Number 7, it was me. And of course, at this moment, I was very upset with him. I said, yeah, I want to kill you. I want to kill you. Yeah, because Champions League.
Of course.
Champions League, is very difficult to reach the final.
To reach,
To reach the final. But
and
to
then to
win
win it. Yeah.
To win it. It's more difficult.
Tough,
It's one step. But this step is very high. So for me, it was very difficult. And so maybe that's why I said, okay, this is my last game with Arsenal, and I'm leaving. I'm going to Spain to Villarreal. Yes,
And the sunshine.
and with the sunshine. Yes, good quality.
I must ask you this last question. I mean, I've seen so many crazy things happen in football. I don't know if you guys planned it though. The penalty between you and Thierry Henry. How is that? Did you guys practice it on the training pitch or what?
Yeah, we practice.
Really?
Yeah, we practice the day before. The game was on Saturday, so we practiced Thierry and me on Friday, and we
You missed it?
no, and we scored.
So you scored it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you scored it, yeah.
But the problem is during the game we changed the position.
All right.
So that's why for me it was strange. I said no, I don't want to change the position. He said yeah, we change. So he make me a trouble, and so that's why I missed the ball.
You put the studs over it.
No, but I don't touch the ball. but normally I need to repeat the penalty because I don't touch the
You
ball.
didn't touch the ball.
And the ref, he didn't know about the rules. See, this is the problem because normally I need to repeat the penalty. It's my fault. It's my mistake.
Yeah.
Mikel.
Thierry reminds you of all the
Oh,
time.
he
I'm
killed
sure.
me. At the end of the game, he killed me.
Well, listen, Robert. Sorry.
Sorry. And you know what? This
Yeah.
game against Man City, we won 1-0, and I scored the penalty.
And you've never.
It was a good history.
It was incredible. We could talk to you all day, Robert. You're a busy boy.
Yeah.
I'm
Here
so
in London.
sorry. Thank you very
No,
much
don't
for
be
the
silly.
invitation. Yeah.
Thank you so much
My pleasure.
for
Thank
joining
you.
us on the
Thank you.
podcast.
Thank you,
Robert
guys.
Pires, thank you.
Thank you so
Pleasure.
much.
Thank you.
BetWinner is your reliable partner in the world of sports betting.
Robert Pires on the Obi One Podcast, made possible by BetWinner. I tell you what, John, that man, immaculate. He was telling us off air he lives in Ibiza, for goodness sake. I mean, life's been good to Robert Pires, huh?
Life has been good.
He
Not a
looks-
bad place to live.
Not a bad place to live. He looks, again, I say this an awful lot.
He looks fit.
He looks fit, huh?
He looks fit.
You, him, Claude. Who else have we spoken to? We've spoken to many. You guys could still be doing it, John.
Yeah, could still be doing it. And we've just talked about it as well off air. He misses the game. He misses the game. He's much older than me, and he's retired way before, but he still misses the game, and I do too. I mean, sometimes you wish you just want to get back there for one last time and one last season. Just play, just enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
Don't think about the pressure. Just enjoy it, enjoy it, bring the kids to the pitch. Just enjoy the whole thing. Because when you're playing for Chelsea, you were so intense. You were such in a bubble where you have to win. The pressure was there. Week in, week out. You just feel like, now I feel like genuinely I just want to come back for a season and just enjoy it.
Enjoy it.
Not care about the pressure, not care about winning trophies, which is something I did for 11 straight years. Winning, we have to win, we have to win. If you don't win back then, Roman told us, I'll replace you with someone else. I want to win. I invest to win. This is what we want this new Chelsea side to be like. The mentality of winning, ruthlessness, winning games, competing. That's what we were.
Yeah,
I know we might sound like a broken record, but if you were there back then, it was hostile. It was a mafia kind of place where you have to win games.
Perez has said it, Patrick Vieira, Thierry Henry, Dennis Bergkamp. So they insisted that was the same, maybe slightly different, a little bit more nuanced with Arsene Wenger, but it was the same at that football club. Great kind of reminiscing about Dennis Bergkamp. Oh, man, goodness gracious.
Yeah, he was
but
joy
I've
to
got to
watch.
pick you up. Thierry Henry, best player in the Premier League history, do you?
By far.
By far.
He was good.
He was unreal.
For me, I think he's the greatest player that's played in the Premier League. There was a time he went, I think, 5 years in a row where he absolutely dominated the Premier League. He dominated the Premier League. He was that good. Ronaldo has shout on that, but he only played for a couple of years, 2 or 3 years.
At his peak, he was,
At his
what was
peak,
he,
yeah.
6 years at Man U, but to your point, the final 2.
Yeah, the final
07, 08,
exactly.
08, 09.
He was really good, yeah. But Thierry had a period where for 4 or 5 years, he absolutely dominated the Premier League. And for me, that's why I think he's the greatest player that's ever played in the Premier League.
I do not disagree with you on that front. Maybe someone will watching or listening
Of course,
to this
it's
podcast.
always the Ronaldo fans who will doubt me on that one.
Yeah. I mean, Kevin De Bruyne, does he run him close?
It's close. It's close. Now, for me, definitely, I'll say Thierry Henry number 1. Cristiano Ronaldo, I'll probably say number 2.
Wayne, Rooney.
Waza, then probably will look at that. You know, we really shouldn't forget about the likes of, Giggs.
He's the most decorated
player. There's a reason for that.
I think, to your point, elevating the standard of the Premier League for the most consistent period of time, plus the trophies. I think Thierry Henry. I think, what, John? I think you'd be spot on. I think there'll be a lot of people listening or watching this that will find it hard to disagree. But as we know, doing this podcast, you'll always find someone who will disagree. Right, Robert Pires in the bag. We thank Robert. Lovely man. That contact book of yours again, John. I will come to the party. I promise you. We'll have my mum on next week on the podcast soon. Right, that is it. Another edition of the Obi One Podcast made possible by BetWinner. Big shout out to BetWinner yet again. Their continued support making this podcast possible. Sartorial elegance in the corner. I'm in my old garms. He needs to give me a pay rise. I'll get the new clobber on sometime
Matching
soon.
in the colour with the BetWinner colour. I mean, thanks, BetWinner.
You're just, as I say, switched on this fella. Another episode next week. Ta-da.